Hey everyone, Arthur Fantastic here, and welcome to Arthur Fantastic's Ignorant Picks, Episode 3! Yeah! Woo! Alright, so today we're going to start with the KC45 in Dubai 4420. We're going to start with the pit submission picks, but of course I'm going to get the plugs out of the way. I know that these videos take a little bit longer than the other videos that I do. I uh, am planning on once again releasing my reviews of KC43 with maybe a discussion about the fights, as well as some footage and pictures that I took, and Kickback 2, Kickback 1 in Miami. I've also got some videos in the works that are about to come up. It's in the vein. It's just got to be, taken care of, cut, and all that type of thing. About some of the pit submission series finishes, particularly the Thunderlock. And I will also be doing a video series that I've already edited, but I need to finish more videos of, talking about our favorite Reddit, Karate Combat Reddit. Shout out to the Karate Combat Reddit. No Pacific, but really shout out to Mac Tyson, who's really holding it down for Karate Combat fans who actually want to discuss things that they like on the Reddit. Shout out for real to the Discord. If you're not on there, get on there. As always, it will be linked in the description. And it's not my Discord. It's Karate Combat's. And I don't get any pay, nothing. It's just a good community, and that's where we coalesce, where we talk about things until we reclaim Reddit. Other things to plug: if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's on all social media, Arthur Fantastic, but on IG, Arthur Fantastic 1K instead of IC. Holler. And if you want to discuss Karate Combat, you want to be featured on one of these episodes, I plan on starting to do some lives on this channel. Give me a ring-a-ding. What am I fucking, Ned Flanders? And going up forward from here, I will also be trying to release some more videos and content between episodes of Ignorant Picks and Lessons and Exploits. I've also got another channel going on YouTube, Golden Ruffin. I'm going to start linking that in the description now as well, so that you can link back to that if you guys want to check out my Christian apologetic material. I also talk about modern relationships, marriage, specifically polygamy, and other things of that nature. I think that's all the plugs I need to make. Check out my other videos on the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. We're going to get into it. Only took us the intro, 3 minutes, 30 seconds? Awesome. Way better. We're getting into the groove of things here in Arthur Fantastic. Arthur Fantastic's Ignorant Picks. I'm making them ignorantly. There are some matches here at the bottom, and they seem to be normal welterweight or whatever. Martial art standing fights, and striking exchanges. So basically the main card, they don't have any information on any of them in the app, and it doesn't have the pit submission little stamp, so I'm assuming that they're not pit submission matches, and we're just going to focus on the pit submission matches first. That is the Karate Combat Pit series. And I got some information on the back. I don't know why they're not doing it yet. They should. But because most of these matches are not going to be like these repeat athletes. Let me see if they did anything with Craig Jones. They should. They still haven't put anything with Craig Jones. They're not having their own grappling section of stats, and I would really like to see that. They're putting on some awesome matches. I'm looking forward to them, and so we'll have to do our own research, as ignorant as we may be. And I've got those tabs up, And we'll start with this gentleman right here, Zayed Abdul Nassar Afan Awad Akathiri. It's a long name. So here we are. I done a Google search of his entire name. I double checked to spell it right, and it seems the only entry on Google, according to Google, for some reason, is Karate Combat, which has no information there. So what's going on? Well, by backtracing through his opponent, Osama Al Marwai, okay, who we'll talk about in a second, we found, or I found we found here at Art of the Fantastic, back behind the scenes. Thank you. I'll take that information over here, here on my desk. BJJHeroes.com, which is a good source for grapplers, information on grapplers. They have a good archive of their matches and have a pretty good, it seems like, almost biography of each of these people. Zayed Al-Kathiri. That's not his full name. It says his full name there, but that is not his full name. We just went through his full name. He's got his lineage through Carlos Gracie, then Helios Gracie, then Holes Gracie, Romero Cavalcante, Fabio Gurgel. Oh, okay. Ribamar Santiago. Okay, so he has some achievements here. He placed first. So he got gold at the IBJJF Pan Championship 23. That's last year. Okay. First place, Abu Dhabi World Pro Grand Slam, first place. Second place, third place. Okay. And then there's some more of his colored belts as opposed to his black belts. He's an open guard, is his favorite position, associated with Commando Group 127, Peso Gallo. All right, Zayed was born on March 15th, 2020. 2000, make him like 2000, in Abu Dhabi, the capital of the United Arab Emirates, located in the Persian Gulf. Growing up, Zayed was not particularly sporty, but at the age of 16, in 2017, he decided to give jiu-jitsu a try, given how popular this sport is in UAE. Oh, is it? Oh man, is it really big over there in Dubai? I have to go travel there if it's really big out there. I didn't know that. I didn't know that they had that going out there. To kickstart this new journey, Zayed joined the Al Jazeera Sports Club under the instruction of coach Ribamar Santiago, himself a student of Fabio Gurgel of the Alliance Academy in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Almost immediately drawn to the sport, Zayed became a regular at Coach Santiago's class from the start. And in 2018, 1 year after starting grappling, he opted to follow the sport professionally, dedicating all his time and effort to his development as a competitor. Oh, wow. Man, that's nice being able to do that. Turning professional as a white belt is a type of dedication rarely seen in this sport. Yes. I mean, I think it's got to be more than dedication. I mean, you got to have some nice backing behind that. No, not a lot of white belts have the privilege to just go pro at white belt. Let's pull this up here. We're looking at his record here. Got a good amount of wins. He's stringing them together. But here's something of highlight. At some point, he beat Osama Almari, his opponent today. Last year, in fact. Of the World Championships. Can't click on it. All right. Well then. He's 29-7, and he's already beat this guy before. That's crazy. Okay, now I'm looking at this. Um, I don't know. Is this at the top or am I at the bottom? Okay, so the bottom is here. So his last match was in ADXC3. I don't know what that is. Um, this year. It's just telling us the year, not the month. Maybe if I went full desktop, let's find out. Hold on. So, sometime last year, in 2023, he beat Osama Almarwi. His last match was, win by referee decision this year. Before that, there was some kind of loss that he had there, but I believe this is all the same. So he had two, you stringing wins together. It's not that like he's bad. Um, let's close that. We are going to take a look at his opponent now. First, starting in the app, just because it looks nice. All right, now we're taking a look at Osama Al Marwai. We're going to go back to BJJ Heroes for the info. Here we are on BJJ Heroes. Osama Al Marwai, or Marwai? I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm not saying it right, guys, by the way. Osama, I appreciate all the athletes. Though the last guy did have a really long name. I'm not going to hate, but dang. Why are you going to put that out there and then I can't even look up the person? What's going on here? One day I will understand the meaning of what each of those names mean, though. I'd really like to appreciate if, like, the names of meaning. Isn't that a cool thing? I don't know. Meanings of names. Namings have meanings. I think that's an interesting thing about life in general. I mean, you're just not a random number of letters or whatever. You're just, there's like a story behind each name. I wonder what the story behind that long name is. Okay, so Osama Almarwai, commonly known as Osa, is a jiu-jitsu black belt under Andre Galvao. Andre Galvao, guys, if you don't know, Andre Galvao is a legend. And up until recently, he's one of the top grapplers. He was at the top, in fact. And a representative of the Atos Academy in the sports global circuit. Osama Amarwai is also the first BJJ black belt from the Republic of Yemen. Oh, interesting. And the first Yemen citizen to win an International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation IBJJF world title, which Osa conquered in 2021 in the brown belt rooster weight division. Full name Osama Ali Amarwai, nickname Osa, which is a play on the name Osama, and the word Us, a commonly known greeting used in martial arts. Us. Very cool. Lineage Carlos Gracie, Jason Gracie, Osvaldo Alves, Luis Dagmar, Andre Galvao, Osama Almarwai, or Osa. Main achievements: first place in IBJJF World Championship No-Gi 2022. Oh, so he's been doing a lot of No-Gi too. First place Pans Championship, okay? First place American Nationals. First place World Master. Second place IBJJF American Nationals. Third place ADC Las Vegas Open. Okay, so he's doing some ADCC. Nogi, that's top tier competition. We've got some colored belt divisions and whatnot. Favorite position, well rounded. Okay, excuse me. Weight division, peso galao. Oh, peso galo. I don't know why I said galao. Galvao. 127. So they're in the same weight class. He's associated with Atos JJ. That's Andre Galvao's school, or rather his series of school. Osama Almarwai was born on April 11th, 1992, in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Despite being born in the land of two mosques, Osa was registered as a Yemeni citizen due to his parents, citizen of Yemen, due to his parents being of Saudi Arabia's neighboring country. Growing up, Osa was a big fan of football, that is soccer, and an avid player with aspirations to become a professional athlete. Although aspiring to become a footballer, Almari did dab into the world of martial arts for a very short time, for a short while during his early years, first through Taekwondo and later with Jiu Jitsu. though the full extent of these experiences lasted a mere 2 months. During his late teens, Osama Almarwe moved to the United States to study the English language, staying in Orlando, Florida. Oh, that's awesome. That's where we are at. While in America, Osa wanted to practice a sport to keep active and decided to try the free jiu-jitsu classes on offer at his university. Although short, the experience was very positive and led him to continue training upon the return to Jeddah, training alongside his brother Al Muhannad at a gym led by Mohammed Dabas. Osa trained in Saudi Arabia for 7 years, from 2011 to 2018, being coached by Muhammad Dabas, Gerardo Dudamel, who awarded Almawi his purple belt, and Karim Shah, who promoted the Yemeni athlete to the brown belt rank before he moved once again to the U.S. Arriving in Florida, Almari trained with Fight Sports before he was transferred to California, where he joined the Atos headquarters crew. Oh wow! At that time, Fight Sports is a great team too. That's here in Florida. Osa arrived during the 2019 ADCC camp and felt as though there was no tougher training room in the world, a sentiment that led him to settle in San Diego. Despite working full time in the industrial engineering industry as an analyst, Osa was able to show continued progress on the mat and positive results in competitive arena. These led to Osama Omari's black belt promotion during the early weeks of 2022 from the hands of Gao Vao. Oh wow, okay, so he's 22-9. Similar um Similar, oh yeah, similar, stringing together some wins, but now he's on a four loss streak here, including his last one here. Wow, that is devastating. And he lost to Zhao in the World Championships, and I wish I could figure out where that was. Let's find that out. Okay, I found the match. Get some brush, brush. Give me the brush. No, oh now I click something. Give me the brush. Now I have to go back down to it. This is crazy. This is crazy, y'all. I was ready. This match here is at Roosterweight at the IBJJF Worlds. Right here. Okay. Found it. There's no footage I can't find, but it seems to be in gi. And it seems to be Osama has a specialty of going no gi. Even his last several matches were in no gi settings. This is the IBJJF Worlds here on Flow Grappling. So, ultimately, my choice is going to be with Osama or Osa. Though I don't know much about either of these grapplers, I do know that Osama here is and has done mostly nogi. You can even see it in the back right here. You can see it right there. You can see in this picture, though it's obscured by the flag, that he's wearing a gi, and as if there is no picture of him not wearing a gi. And because this match is in no gi, even though I would usually go with the person who had a win last, because this is his specialty, and even though he's on a 4-loss streak, I hope that he snaps it right here and gets this win back against the guy who beat him in this at Worlds. That's a very awesome story, and it's awesome that it's revolving around what's going on there culturally, because they were saying in Zayed's bio that it's like really big in the UAE, grappling is. So that's really interesting. And this could be a really good matchup between these two. I'm going with Osama. I know it's the ignorant picks. I'm making my pick based on something that I don't know much about. Can't even get footage on the actual match because that's nothing new. It's not indicative of anything crazy. There's just so many matches going on at once, and there's only so many cameras, and you're doing it live, literally, not Bill O'Reilly style. And some matches aren't caught on camera, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So ultimately, my choice here is Osama. Osa. Going on to the next one. Cayenne Casemiro Duarte versus Puya Romani. We'll start with Puya, who is, and also, guys, I forgot always. I've learned to trust the odds makers, the people who are making choices with these tokens. I learned to trust them. They, even though sometimes I want to pick against them, and I do, and I still will sometimes. Um, I've learned to. They know something. They know something. Next, we're going to go with Puya Romani here in the next section. Let's go to his Instagram. So we're on Puya Romani's Instagram here, going on the Pit Series bios and trying to just find more, a little bit more on these guys before we make our little ignorant picks. It says here that he is a two-time world beach wrestling champion. Beach wrestling is one of the fastest growing wrestling sports, and I will be doing a video on that sometime soon. So that's very cool. Very, very cool. Um, he is a two-time world BJGA no-gi champion. Not sure what promotion that is or what that means, but that's awesome as well. Calls himself a wrestler. I appreciate what champion Rustem India. Okay, fighter, coach, mixed martial artist. He seems to be associated with Team Noguera Dubai. I'm gonna point it out here. Boom, 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 and that's pretty cool. Noguera being Nogueras being not only top tier black belts, but also just overall legends in the sport of MMA. Like, if you haven't heard of the Nogueras, you need to do your research. If you call yourself a fan of MMA, BJJ, and you don't know who the Nogueras are, please take a look at who they are. Um, we're going to take a look at here. This was his a promo for one of his more recent matches against Denzel Freeman. It was I guess it was a grappling match in a cage. Now we know what ADDXC is from Zayed's what was that? His record on BJJ Heroes. That's what that is. I was wondering what ADXC2 is. I hadn't heard about it, but it seems to be some type of MMA or grappling in a cage promotion. Here is a small clip of that match. Definitely a good wrestler. Okay. Not afraid to throw some leg locks up. Look at that trophy. What are they doing? Why would they give somebody that? Yeah, so this guy's got legit wrestling skills. Let's see here. Okay, I'm not afraid to slam somebody. Oh, and he also does MMA, okay. We're looking more for, I mean, surely grappling is going to be involved there. But we're looking specifically for his grappling career. All right, so he's got a lot of things going on. Let's go check out his opponent, Kaynan Duarte. Now we're moving on to Kaynan Duarte. This is going to be a familiar name to anybody who is informed about the grappling world. While beach wrestling is still on the come up and not popular among a lot of people yet, it is on its way up. Um, it's not known by a lot of people, and not really seeing what promotion he got his no-gi championships in. And I'm trying to find it, but I couldn't really find it, so it's okay. We're moving on to Kaynan Duarte. Kaynan Duarte has a long list of accomplishment. Full name, Kaynan Duarte. lineage: Carlos Gracie, Jason Gracie, Osvaldo Alves, Luis Dagmar, Careca, Andre Galvao, and then Kenan Duarte. He is two-time in a row first place ADCC champion of his weight class, 2019 and 2022. Going into this next season, this year, this ADCC, he is obviously favored to win his his weight class. Anyway, going down the line, World Championship, Pans Championship, Pans Championship. This is all This is all first place. European Open, Abu Dhabi Pro, Kasai Pro 5, Spider Invitational, Third Coast Grappling, UAE JJF Grand Slam. That's the UAE where the fight is taking place in Dubai. Copa Podio, Copa Podio Grand Prix, King of the Mats. World Championship, Pan Championship, no gi. Who's number one championship, Pan Championship, no gi. World Championship, European Open. He's placing in all of these. And the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 or 12 are all first place. We'll skip the colored belts once again. Favorite position or technique, well-rounded once again. Hey, was that absolute? What? Oh, okay. I see what it's got a little demarkings here. We see here of what he weight class for title for PDEs. Whoops, they're all on it. I didn't know that anybody's testing. Who's testing? Kenan Duarte was born on January 24, 1998, in Pedernales. I'm sorry, guys. Municipal. Now I'm skipping over normal words. Municipality in the state of Sao Paulo in Brazil. Sorry, I don't know how to read all of a sudden. During his teens, Duarte developed an interesting interest in martial arts, which led to him joining a judo class. Not long after, Kanan's curiosity grew onto jiu-jitsu, and given that his cousin already practiced Brazilian jiu-jitsu grappling style, finding a BJJ gym quickly followed. Long story short, 139 wins, 20 losses. Wow, guys. I mean, do we really... And he's beating top guys. If you're winning ADCC, then that you're not just beating nobodies. You're beating the best of the best. It's no joke. So we're just scrolling through the names. You can look up these names you want, but I will guarantee you these are not chumps, right? And the people he loses against are also top tier. So needless to say, it's overwhelming favoring Kenan Duarte, two-time ADC champ. So for my decision, only thing I could find on Puya was that he had won the ADCC Istanbul Open, the Nogi Open, but that's not on the level of the World Championships of ADCC. And as the odds makers are making it, or the voters are making it, which makes the odds, it is overwhelming for Duarte. He's current ADCC champion of the weight class. He is extremely experienced. Puya in BJJ is a purple belt, from what I understand, as compared to Duarte, who is a black belt. Though he is a world-class beach wrestling champion, and that may play into him and his game and his possible ways to win that match. I see Duarte winning this match because of his experience and his talent and what he's already shown in his career. I will say this: if Puya wins this, I think it will be through dominating the stand up, taking him down, being in control with his wrestling, and somehow getting submission via that control. But overwhelmingly, I think that Duarte has just the technical prowess that even if he were to be on bottom and have to use his guard, that he'll be able to um, reverse the situation. Uh, if Romani wins this, I have no doubt that the ADCC will give him a invite to the World Championship, because if he beats him right here, obviously he has to be in that weight category and in the ADCC Open. I would love to see it. Even if he gives him a run for his money, I would give him an invite, because um, I think that he winning the Istanbul Open plus giving the champion a run, which could be this could be a foreshadowing of what happens in the ADCC Open this year, if he ends up being in that division. I don't know. It's up to the people who choose who's in the card, obviously. And I think that the Istanbul Open was maybe 2022, so that might have been a little bit longer ago than, and he's maybe not as relevant in the weight class. But if he does something here, he definitely will be relevant. I'm putting 4,000 on Duarte though. Definitely think that he's cinching it. This last one I think is going to be the simplest one. There's Craig Jones versus Renat Fuck. Oh gosh, I'm going to say it wrong. The Gladiator, Renat Fuck enough. I hope I said that right. Um, he is a UFC veteran, but Craig Jones is like the perennial number two of grappling right now in the grappling world. The Luigi to Gordon Ryan's Mario. And just like Luigi, he may sometimes lose to other people, but I don't think he's lost to anybody um since then. Huh? Has he? I don't think he has. Um and he's been doing very well in the group setting too of the Quintet in Japan. Those are awesome. If you guys like grappling and you haven't seen Quintet, you need to see that. I think that Quintet and Karate Combat need to get together so that they can stop having these matches on an elevated platform and put them in a pit. Man, I mean, like, that's where we need to be going. But let's take a look at the respective fighters and my thoughts before we end this portion and go on to part two, where we'll talk about the prelims, and then part three, where we'll talk about the main card. Rinat Harakdanov, the Gladiator, 170 pounds. Okay. Craig Jones is a heavyweight. He's 170, but he's probably walking around at least 15 pounds, 20 pounds heavier than that. Associated with American Top Team, awesome. 21 wins, 1 loss. His next fight is going to be on ABC, UFC on ABC 6 on June 22, 2024. It's going to take place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the Kingdom Arena. Wow, he's got a lot of matches here in a row. Last couple matches have been in the UFC. He beat Kevin Lee back in July of 2023. His last fight was in November of 2023. Excuse me, in UFC 231. Almeida versus Lewis. I thought I had to slide it to the left. He's 32. He seems to be on a great win streak. Hopefully he does well in his next match. But he's going against Craig Jones. Let's go take a look at Craig Jones. Here we got JJ Heroes. Craig Jones. Look, that is an old picture. Craig Jones, lineage: Carlos Gracie, Helio Gracie, Carlos Gracie Jr., Jean-Jacques Machado, Higa Machado, John Will, John Simon, Lachlan Giles, Craig Jones. Main achievements 2018. Yeah, second place in the ADC World Championships 2019-2022. Polaris 205 champion, Polaris 105 champion. Favorite position, open guard. Weight division, me Pasao. I don't know what are these. 195. Team association, absolute MMA. B team. His style, he calls it Mexican ground karate. This is talking about how he used to be associated with the Danaher Death Squad, and now they've broken it up into two kind of different teams. One being B team with Nicky Rod, Nicky Ryan, J Rod, and some up and coming other names that are there as well. And then Gordon Ryan kind of went his own way. Yeah, let's see here. He hasn't lost since his last match at the ADCC against none other than Kenan Duarte, who is one also competing on that card. So that's interesting as well to see both of those people on the same card. So let's go back to the Karate Combat and finish this episode. We're going to finish, well, part of this episode now. I went with Craig Jones here. Once again, the odds are what they are. I put about 7,000 tokens on him. And we've got, and I don't know why I said about. I put exactly 7,000. And we've got Renat over here. He is on a great win streak. I'd normally give it to him, but he seems smaller and he's not a grappler. Craig Jones is a specialist, and his specialty is grappling, and the competition is grappling. If we put it in an MMA, if we put it in the karate, I'd probably give it to Renat. But Craig Jones is just like I said, one of the top grapplers in the world right now. He's like number 2, whether it's in his weight class or absolute over here. Everybody would kind of put him like behind Gordon Ryan, obviously quick Kenan Duarte, who you can't beat. And that's just another reason why I also picked Kenan Duarte. I mean, he beat Craig Jones. You know what I'm saying? But I guess maybe Craig Jones was undersized. Maybe he's doing more sauce. Who knows? But that's it for the submission series. We're going to jump now to the prelims in the next video. And I hope to see you there. Thank you for watching. Stay up, stay ready, stay locked and loaded. Shalom, shalom, peace in us.